Welcome everybody, Super Speedway Kings on a freaking wild, crazy ass night. And that's right, I'm saying it. Drive through one tornado, get home, have another tornado warning, and sit out there and wait for it to try to find it in the fire truck. But I made it with 3 minutes to spare. Takes more than Mother Nature to knock me out of here. 2 fast repairs, as usual, full group of the best. Most of them, anyway. No national anthem tonight. Ain't got time for it. But I do have to get my favorite commercial in. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we freaking made it. Super Speedway Kings right here. Look out. Lots of great racing's gonna happen here. A full field, and every single one of these guys thinks they're gonna win it. And that's what makes it great. Welcome everybody out on YouTube. You got a driver you want me to say hello to? Hi, unhook the plow, accelerators on the right, you suck. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say it. That's the way I do it. Any Karens listening that might get upset? Well, I suggest you put cotton in your ears, because this cat ain't changing for nobody. Green flag pit stops. Let's see if we get them. These trucks are a handful. You breathe on them, they get loose. Fuel mileage may play a part in it. I know they're ready to get down and they're ready to do it. It's a Tuesday. And if it was like mine, it sucks and you want to get a little frustration out. What better way to do it than right here at the track? Guys are done, getting ready to grid. And when they do, we'll do our thing. And here they go. And here I go. Row number 1, Jerry Jenkins. He's going to lead them down. The league owner, the 16, one Jimmy Crow. He'll be right beside him. Row 2 to 23, the young fella, 19 years old. Sebastian Marin from the Banana Republic. His last girlfriend came with a pump and I believe a patch kit. But anyway, the 88 beside him, the Snake, Mr. Gabe Butler. Watch him. Row number 3, the 02, Seth Groover, one of the twins, the 25 of Kevin French Fry Faris. Row 4, the number 6. Max Speed TV's driver, Cody Nagels. The 01, the other twin, Patrick Groover. Watch him and his brother go to the high side, baby. Row number 5 to 22, James Moen in the 4, Wick Seabands. Number 6 to 48, BK Anderson's been on a roll lately. 411, Tom Dixon beside him. Row 7 to 71, JD Crow, loving the top line as well. The 04, the last season champion, Mr. Mark the Ladies Man. Row 8 to 75, William McKellar to 53 of Paul Shelding. Row number 9, the 044 of Daniel Lewis. Beside him, the 429, Mr. Paul Witt. Row 10 to 131, Steve Hoppett to 44 of Anthony English. Row 11 to 72, Sean Stevens in the 95 of James Mayer. Row 12 to 15, Noel Cowers in the 74 of Robert Jordan. Row 13 to 96, Mike Rimkus in the 000. I just freaking call him Giovanni because I can't say his last name. Row 14 to 171, Robert Rock in the 071, Eric Lowry. Row 15 to 41, Travis Weaver in the 048. Row 16 to 448, Andy, I'm not sure, but it might be Brigante. We'll try that. And the 11, Robert Felzine. Row 17 to 510, Richard Sanchez, the 101, Randy Miner. Row 18 to 45, Todd Sievels in the 14, Dave Bingle. Row 19, last but certainly not least, the Van Halen fan himself, the 55, Mr. Dean Wilkinson. As a godforsaken, ugly iRacing pace car gets out of the way. Time to go super speedway racing with the Super Speedway Kings right here Tuesday night, Max Speed TV with Bobby, all the hobbies. Jenkins on the bottom, Crow up top. Your pushers already. Sebastian Marin and Mr. Gabe Butler. Look out. Like I said, 2 fast repairs is all they're going to get. If they can sell them, they make a fortune. As the flagman, the Annie, sitting there waiting, and here they come. The anorexic malnutrition diet drinking Ethiopian flagman. He says, I like what I see, we'll go green flag, and if not, we do it all over. He likes it. We're going green. Guys, bear with me. If I drop the unacceptable level, I'm going to drop out of here completely. We had 70-mile-an-hour winds, and the internet, well, right now it's kind of sucking. So I'll stay on. I'll stay on as long as I can. Maybe we can get through this bad boy. Coming to the line, who's gonna lead it? Jimmy Crow says, I want it. Gary Jenkins says, I want it. Side by side, 3 wide. Doesn't surprise me one single bit. Who's leading them? JD Crow. And of course, you got Paul Witt, the 429. Paul Witt is so good. Last night, he made another broadcaster almost have an aneurysm. I kid you not. I saw it. I watched it. And it looks like they are bringing right along with them. I can't tell who that is. The third truck. I'm thinking that's going to be James Mayer. Take a look. Yes, it is. So these three cats are going to try to stay right up with these guys if they can. Butler down into the rocking chair. Jimmy Crow right there behind him in tow. Right in the middle, Kevin French Fry Freese in the 25 with one of the Groover brothers doing the pushing for him. Kevin, you never know. I just might, buddy. But that's okay. Jesus said love the retard children as well, so I'm trying. 3 wide. Crow on the outside, being pushed by the 429, Mr. Witt. And being pushed he is. Look how close they get up on that wall. They're so close that they'd stick their hand out there and probably scrape it. Freese in the middle. Butler in the rocking chair. Go on back. Let's look at some of these fellas back here. Mr. B.K. Anderson. There's Noel Cowers in the 15. The Lucas Oil Machine. The 04, the ladies' man himself, Mark Mann, the last season's champion, currently in the 21st position. Anthony English right there behind him. All the way back into the back, dead last by himself, and that could be a real issue. That's one guy I know is probably praying for a caution. I seen him pop out during the introductions, and now he's back in, thank goodness. And that's going to be Seth Groover. You can see these trucks, how they bounce around back and forth all over. If you push them, if you bump them wrong, if you're not square, see ya, touch them all, because you're going to send them flying. They're not like the cars. You can beat the daylights out of them. These trucks, it's a little different. Way back in the back, some of these guys doing what they do best. Especially this cat right here, Dean Wilkinson. Sitting back here watching the entire group up there. Something happens and he can make an evasive NASCAR maneuver and perhaps save one of his fast repairs. Like I said, if you can sell them, you'd be rich, because you're going to need them towards the end. But he'll sit back here to keep his eagle eye over the entire field. Let the laps wind down. Wouldn't be surprised if a few guys don't pop out and do the exact same thing. And I do believe somebody did pop out. Heading to the back. Or he's blinking. There he is. Now he's blinking pretty bad. His internet might be like mine. I don't know. But he'll go back to the back and stay out of the way. Nice gentleman's move. You guys let me know if the picture's not looking good, because I'm right on the border. I'm right on the border of this puppy blacking out on me here. Like I said, the storms that we had blew by here was pretty nasty. Groover's in the middle, 429. Paul Witt's going to be up top, 25 himself. Kevin Freese down at the bottom. He lost his rocking chair. Groover takes it over. Up front off the nose of Groover. Looking for his twin out here on the track. They haven't ran up on him yet. Mr. Roadhouse, how are you doing tonight, my friend? I hope all is well with you. I'm having a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. Michelle, nice to see you out here. And of course, I'm talking about BK Anderson's mom. And there he is up on the top in his scrubbing bubbles machine. Currently in the 13th position. As you can see, things are getting a little tight. Nagel started 7th. He's back here in the 14th position on the bottom. Three wide, throw a blanket over the first 25 trucks easily. Still looking to see where his brother's at up here, right along with Kevin Freese, the pusher. And there is the lone wolf just going into the turn up here. And I'm talking about this guy. See if I can go a little higher here, maybe. Oh, that's too high, isn't it? Let's try it here. There he is. And right here's the leaders. And since I need some new material, I'm going to change my wording right now. But these guys right here, they're about ready to pounce on Mr. Seth Groover. And they coming up on him. Right now. Now look, it's three wide right here. And Seth is way up there in the top. So he's going to make it a little tight when these guys catch him. No, he doesn't. He does the gentleman's thing and gets right down to the bottom and stays out of the way. And I'm sure his brother appreciated that. But he will end up going a lap down, unfortunately. Karen, how are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. JD Crow says, man, I would love to lead another lap right here. I'm kind of liking that thing. There he is in the middle, and he's got the 53. Paul Sheldon, another veteran up here doing the pushing right behind him. Paul Witt up on top, bringing the mail. He's bringing the ladies' man, Mark Mann, last season's champion right there. He's bringing BK Anderson in the 48, the 95 mayor. As another lap truck approaches the herd, he gets out of the way as well. I'm not sure, Karen, what happened to Seth. I'm going to think it might be an internet issue. He was there for a minute and he was gone and he's back again. But no fear, not to worry. He's only one lap down. First one to get the lucky puppy. Kevin Freese doing the pushing on the bottom. And with Gabe Butler, the snake, right there in third. Jimmy Crow, the number 16. Currently in the 6th position. Mr. Kennedy, are you still out there in the YouTube chat? Bottom line, working pretty well together. Out there by a couple truck lengths. "15 laps in. Some people may short pit, some people may not. We'll find out. Right around lap 22 to 24, I think you'll see them come in. Some may want to come in a little early and do a short pit. You never know. Different strategies. Different likes for different types. However you want to call it. Still, some of the guys back here in the back. We'll take a look at them. Doing their thing right in the back. Siebel's Rock. Jenkins, he moved back here to the back in the old Bass Pro Shop ride. Mr. Felzine is back here riding around. Wilkinson's still riding right there. The 510 is Sanchez. Always rears his head with about 15 to go. Anthony English is notable. Hey, Rick Seabrands as well. The 41, Tracy Weaver. All these guys hanging back here. Staying with the pack, but not getting too close. Brandon Kennedy, I appreciate you being out in my YouTube chat. I really missed you yesterday. Trust me. There's some people on here who could vouch for that. Whoa, Paul Witt drops it down in the middle in front of J.D. Crow right there. And he had his hands full, and I bet the butt pucker factor was about a 5 right there. B.K. Anderson currently 8th. Up on that high line. Take a look at the 000. And he just blinked out on me. There, well, he blinked out again on me. Maybe we won't get to see him. I don't know. I don't know how you can't see him. Try it again. All right, there he is. How's that? Stevie Wonder could probably see him easily in that all chrome machine. And he's been blinking a little bit. As you can see, he's staying way up high and kind of staying out of the way. Another stand-up move. Paul Witt, J.D. Crow in tow, and I mean he is right on him. Riding right on the hood of Mr. Crow. Pushing the autism machine. Gonna push him right into the rocking chair. And he's gonna get turned as well. And that is gonna bring out our first caution of the night. And it's going to bring out a biggin, because there's a whole lot of mayhem right here. A lot. All right, let's see if I can go back and catch this thing. Yeah, we'll back it up. We'll get the full view of it. We'll get rid of this so you can see. We'll slow her down. You can see Wit's going to come right down, right in front of Mr. Groover right there. Mr. Groover was a-coming and just caught him in the left rear. Now, that pass Paul made, it might have seemed like it was in slow motion, but we'll go full right here. He kind of waited and waited and waited before he committed to make that move down there. And that bottom line kind of caught up with him a little bit. Well, and that's how that went down. As you see, he's being beat around like a pinball in a pinball machine. So it happened in Mama's rocking chair. She dropped one of the youngins right there. JD Crow, he's going to lead everybody down in. And let me see. I'm going to look. Try to look right here. It looks like Cody's got a little bit of damage on that right front. And he got banged up on the left side. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. We'll find out. Yes, it was a big deal. He just gave himself one of his fast repairs. So apparently it was a lot of damage. Some of these cats had quite a bit of damage. The good news is, I think, I'm not sure, but I think Seth Groover might have got a lap back here, or is going to get a lap back, I think. I'm not sure. He should. Or, I mean, yes, it should be Seth. I get those Groover twins mixed up so easy. It's terrible. Right here is going to be your top 5. Brandon, if you're going to hang out in the YouTube chat for me, do me a favor. My hands are kind of full tonight. If a dude comes on here with the last name of Aldrich, you ban him. And he will come on with several different accounts. I will appreciate that. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out. Kind of interesting right there. And I might be able to catch him. He's getting some work done. I don't want to bother him. Not until he gets out of the pits. But it looks to me like he's not going to use his fast repair. He's going to take the time to fix that puppy. You can see him sitting right here waiting. And when he feels he's got enough repair and he doesn't go a lap down, he'll take off again. Mr. Anthony English, he's going to lead him to the green flag with Mr. Seabrands right there on the bottom in the number 4 machine. $21 out of 77 in the books. Right here is your first race summary. 1 caution so far, 7 lead changes. Not too bad. English, Rick Seabrands in the front. Patrick Groover, JD Crow right behind him for the pushers. Kevin Freese. Then Cody Nagels, Jimmy Crow will be 7th, Eric Lowry 8th, 9th, Sean Stevens, Paul Sheldon 10th, BK Anderson is going to be 11th, Tom Dixon 12th, Noel Cowers 13th. And that's as far as we're gonna go. English, no stranger to super speedway racings. Both of these two cats up here in the front, just these two alone. I'll say it once and I'll say it 1,000 more times, but these two's got more championships underneath their belts than I've got socks or underwear in my top tier drawers in the dresser. And that's a fact. A lot of talent up here. Some of these other cats has got the talent way back in the back. The 19-year-old Sebastian Marin sitting in 27th. And Mr. Gabe Butler behind him. I take it you know who I'm talking about there, Michelle, by your emoji. Yeah, it was a rough one, let me tell you. English, C-Brands, I got them lined up. Bumper to bumper, away we go. Let's do it again. Second green flag. Super Speedway Kings on a Tuesday. English. Kevin Friesen at 25 doing the pushing. Groover right here, the 01. Up front with C-Brands behind him doing the pushing. The 071 Eric Lowry started 28th, and here he is, showing his ugly head in 5th position. Getting ready to want to pounce and lead some laps. The 72 is Sean Stevens doing the exact same thing right here. So we didn't get to see a green flag pit stop. Not to worry. There's always next time here. Thinking about 3 wide. Nagel says, yes, I am. Why not? He's thinking about it. And he's got Jimmy Crow in tow along with the 48 of BK Anderson. JD Crow says, you know what? It's been a while since I've been up there and scraped knuckles on the wall. I'll go with you. And that's what he does. So now JD Crow is going to be leading that top line once again up there. Noel Collins in the 15 machine right there in the middle. Riding along with him. So far, nobody up on that high line beside him, so he's fine there. $19 people watching. Appreciate it. Hit the like button for these guys. They do put on a really good show. Me, I don't care. I get paid either way. Trust me, if you're hitting a like button for me, you won't be hitting it for a long time. But these guys deserve it. This is where it's at. Nobody out there puts on a show like the SSK boys. Lap traffic going down to the bottom, getting out of the way. Another stand-up move. English down in the bottom in the 45. Groover up top. Nagels pops his head out one more time. Gonna try to make a run for it. Sebastian Marin in a 23. Here he comes. He dives it right down into the middle. Whoa, JD Crow drops down and touched. I don't know who it was. Trying to look. He might have touched Randy Minor there. I'm not positive. Let me look. Yes, it was. It was Randy Minor. They kind of touched a little bit. No harm, no foul. They both straightened it out. Another butt pucker factor. Mark Mann back in the 16th position. Last season's champion. Along with some of the other cats back here. Jimmy Crow. Andy Brigante, I believe. Tracy Weaver. And of course, Butler back here watching it. Dean Wilkinson sitting back here as well. Seth is still one lap down in the 0-2. So he's trying to get his lap back the hard way, race it back. And there he is, second truck on the top line. So he is setting pretty if the caution happens to pop out. Uh-oh, some more moves going on up there. Getting a little shaky there. C Brands in the 01 of Groover. Somebody thinking about making a move and change their mind, perhaps. Cowers drives it right down to the bottom. Nagel's making his way up on that high line. He's got some pushing and help right there behind him. Cody has never won a broadcasted MaxspeedTV race. In other words, my ugly face, my mug is on that ride right there. He has never won a race that I've broadcasted. Been close many, many times. A bridesmaid, never a bride. Hopefully that might change tonight because he's giving it all he's got. He said he's letting nothing out. He's going for it. He's tired of being ran over in the races. And you can't get ran over when you're leading it. And he is battling right now for it. The 25, Kevin Freese drops it right down into the rocking chair. Right in front of English. Mark Mann, third truck on that high line. He's making his way up to the front as well. BK Anderson in the 13th spot right there. Now this, take a look at this. This is fun, isn't it? Riding in the cockpit with him. You got trucks all around you. As the song used to say, stuck in the middle with you. Trust me, that's not fun. No place you really want to be is stuck right here in the middle. Especially when you're nose to tail, that tight. Groover's still down on the rocking chair. Seabrand's right in the middle. The 23 white behind him in tow, pushing Sebastian Marin from the Banana Republic, wherever the hell that's at. Had a big scare, Sebastian said, before the race. He, too, was visited by a small tornado in his little village. I believe that's when he had to use his quick repair kit that came with his girlfriend. I don't know. That's what I was told. Whatever. Groover down on the bottom, and he's liking it, but watch Rick Seabrand's push. A veteran pushing a veteran. You can see Nagels on the right side trying to get something going. A lot of momentum on that bottom lane right there. You know, the rule of thumb, at least that's what I've always heard, because, you know, I'm no professional. I'm just a broadcaster here. Haven't raced in a while. But the rule of thumb was you never want to push the pusher, but you do want to stay very, very close to him. The pusher's the one that dictates the speed of that line. And as you can see, the 25 of Freese has got his nose buried right there. Seabrand's doing the exact same thing. And I will tell you, and you can mark my words, all the way down here fighting, trying to get his lap back. And the O2 machine on the top line doing the pushing, Seth Groover. If Groover happens to hook up with his brother in the 01, look out. Because they are fast together, and they are very good. You want to kind of separate those twins about any chance you can. Wilkinson bails out, going to the back. He said, I ran it for a while. I like what I see. Now I don't like what I see. I'm going to come back to the back. And he'll pop back in somewhere around the, I believe it, the 31st position, actually. Some of these guys still hanging on back here in the back, watching and lurking. That 88 making his way up front here, wanting to play once again, Gabe Butler. The 88 machine, you definitely want to watch that guy. English in the middle, got his nose stuck out there. Not enough to drop down into the rocking chair. Nagels has got it. He's hanging on to it. He likes it. Groover pops up into the middle, try to grab a little bit of that run by those guys. Oh, they touch! And that's going to send... Mama dropped another youngin' in the rocking chair because Nagels went flying on that ride. Go back here and see how this took place. We shall watch it right here. And I shall give my opinion. It may be wrong, but it's my opinion. It may make a Karen upset. And I live for that. But everybody has an opinion, and I certainly will give mine. You can see Groover, he pops it up there on that top line, or that middle part right there. Everything looks good for right now. We'll find out what happened right here, because it's going to get close. Nagels was down off the yellow line. Now he's coming up just a little bit. He's staying right where he's at, and that's what it was. The push. The push kind of started the mess. You can see it right there. Now, a little bit of that is going to be net code of iRacing, I think, too, guys. The 44 hit him, and he wasn't square. You can see it right there. And it kind of sent his front right down towards Nagels. Now, if you look closely, they don't even touch. They do not touch at all. That's net code, folks. So there might be some unhappy campers right there, but the net code finished that one off. They're all going to come right back down pit road. They're going to fill up, fuel up, fix up, and get out of there. Everybody is in. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think Cody's too awful bad at all. I think he's going to be just fine. Another butt pucker factor, though. I have to say that. But he's going to be all right. No issues, I don't think. Mr. English is going to lead him back out. It will be English, Seabrands, Mark Mann, Eric Lowry, Gabe Butler, BK Anderson, Jimmy Crow, Giovanni, Tracy Weaver, Noel Cowers, top 10 right there. Looking for someone to chat with. I definitely want to chat with this guy. Apparently he's a troublemaker and I didn't know it. So I'm gonna have to find out what's going on here, because inquiring minds like myself want to know. How about you, Mr. Witt? Bobby in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Bobby.
How are you doing tonight?
I was doing great until I come across the Groover brother there. On the bottom, it said I was clear, and I came down, and just for a split second, it was clear and spun me around, and I'm still only one lap down, so I can get back up in here.
Yeah, it looked like you was clear. It did, but it closed off like right now. That fast.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. So obviously he was getting a good push from Kevin, so it was just one of those things.
I just wanted to call and check on you, see how you're doing. I was told through the grapevine that you was a troublemaker last night, and I tell you, my ears and eyes just can't believe that.
I know, right? I don't get it either.
I don't either. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm one of the nicest guys out here, Bobby. Come on.
Yep, I know you are. I'm shocked. But anyway, you're running pretty well. You like running up front, obviously, but I'll tell you now, the last two cautions we had, Mama dropped the baby out of the rocking chair right up front, two of them. Does that make you kind of nervous with that craziness going on?
Nah, it don't make me nervous. The only nervous part is I got to get my lap back. So I got to either do it the hard way or the easy way.
Either way you look at it, I think you got plenty of time to do it. We're going to be watching you. Good luck, my friend.
All right. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, buddy. Always fun to chat with him. English is going to be on the bottom. Mr. Seabrands is going to be back up top when we go green flag on your pushers. Mark Mann, last season's champion. BK Anderson right there behind him. The 071, Mr. Eric Lowry, he will be pushing on that top line. Somebody said out there he made a pretty lawnmower. I'm going to assume he meant Mr. Nagels. Oh, let's see. Where is Cody here? He's all the way back in the 29th position. A little scraped up, not a big deal. All is well in MaxspeedTV land. Jimmy Crow back here in the 15th position, driving the 16 machine. Gabe Butler right in here with him. Some of the other notables, if I find them, looking for them. Seth Gruver's going to be in the 20th position. And Patrick will be in the 24th. Just to let you know, Karen. So they are getting closer and closer together. Back to our well-tanned, handsome flagman. "19 people watching, 10 likes. Appreciate the likes." Back to green flag. Here we go. English on the bottom. The pusher for him. Mr. Mark Mann, last season's champion, right there with him. You see a little small separation right here. Not a big deal. They will close that up. I simply love it. Let me get rid of it. There it is. The 448, Mr. Brigante. The Lamborghini logo. When I built my replica, I had those logos all over the place. Matter of fact, in my man cave, I got a Lamborghini banner. Good looking paint job right there. Still up front, the Fox himself, Anthony English. Whoa. The 53, Paul Sheldon. He got a little squirrely right there. He gathered it up. Thinking about going 3 wide, he is. He's on the dance floor, but nobody wants to dance. Ah, here they come. The 16 of Jimmy Crow. And, of course, does not surprise me, one of the Groover brothers up against the wall. Karen out in YouTube, I got to ask you this. When the boys were young, did you ever have to make them quit playing on the wall somewhere? Because these guys just love it. The closer to the wall, the racetrack, the happier they are. Anderson looking to lead his first lap here, and he's got Seabrands right there in tow pushing. Oh, up against the wall. Perhaps, maybe. A little touch, scuff of the wall. I'm not sure who that was, but they were real close to it. Jimmy Crow working his way up. So is Tracy Weaver right there. The 14, Dave Bingle. He's been quiet. Started 36th, setting 5th. Seven laps since the last pit stop. A ways to go yet. Will we possibly see a green flag as BK drops that puppy all the way down into the rocking chair? You better be careful because both times Mama has dropped the baby there twice tonight. 2 cautions coming out of that spot right there. Paul Witt, he's going to drop it right down into the middle. We got some blinkers. That might be Giovanni again. Keep an eye on him right here. Uh-oh. You see what I see? I see the Groover brothers hooked up for the first time in 45 laps of a race. So look out. Mark Mann, nose buried on the scrubbing bubbles. BK Anderson saying, scrubbing my butt, buddy. I want you to drill me, hit me, beat me, push me, bang me, whatever. Mr. Mark Mann will oblige. You can see Paul Witt. He is pushing as well right there with the English. Robert Felzine disappearing on us. Now, if I can do this without screwing up, I'll do it. All right. Kevin Freese is right behind Felzine. See if he disappears on him. That scares a driver more than anything. He's going to get away from him. Because you disappear, then you come back, and you don't know where iRacing is going to put you. Depends on how long you're out. And that's a scary, eerie feeling. Coming up on some lap trucks, they get out of the way. A gentleman's move. A lot of respect right here in the Super Speedway Kings. Tell you a little bit about Jimmy Crow's Super Speedway King League. You got about 40 to 42 drivers, and that's just to get in the show. You got about a total of about 60 or more trying to push that button to get into the room, to get into the show. This is where everybody that loves Super Speedway action, this is where they want to be, right here with the Super Speedway Kings League. And also, don't forget us on Friday nights. We got the Friday night fights. That's where we let it all hang out. We don't care. There's no Karens anywhere around on a Friday night, baby. They be going home with their tail between their legs and a tissue in their hand. That's when you let all your frustrations out and you have some fun. Speaking of fun, I think Mr. Jimmy Crow's having a little fun right now. Oh, he was. He was leading that top line with the 53, and Paul Sheldon jumps out in front of him and says, come on, let's go. Now, that top line has not really been very impressive lately. And I just noticed something. And there he is. Dean Wilkinson working his way up front. Him and the 88, the snake himself, Gabe Butler. They're coming to play. Anderson still staying in the rocking chair. He says, I got a feeling Mama's not going to drop me. I'm going to stay right here. Randy Miner's view. Back in the middle again, Noel Cowers. Or whatever his last name is. It will be tonight. How's that? He won't mind. Paul Witt. He's got a ways to go. Trying to get his lap back the hard way. He's trying to race racing and get it back. There he is, the pusher in the middle lane. He says, I'll tell you what, if a caution comes out, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to get the lucky puppy. JD Crow back where he's happy on that high line. Here comes the boy out of the Banana Republic, Sebastian Marin, working his way right up in here. I'm telling you what, this kid can drive. BK still on the bottom, but take a look. Whoa, trouble back here in the back a little bit. Sent somebody a flying. Now, whether or not that causes the caution to come out, I don't think it's going to. I do not believe it will, because they just sent one flying in there. So somebody got a little too close and pushed perhaps maybe a little wrong. Perhaps. English in the middle, and Paul Witt down in the bottom in a rocking chair. This is not a big deal. Caution, don't come out, I don't care. Right now, I got my lap back. With Mark Mann in tow. 15 laps since the last time they've been in. Look for them around 23. Race summary, why not? 2 cautions, that's it. 16 lead changes. 25 laps to go. Paul Sheldon and Jimmy Crow up on the top line by themselves. Nobody else helping, but they are making some headway. They're coming as the man, Mark Mann, drops it down into the rocking chair on the bottom. Now, this is an open setup, folks. What that means is that everybody's got a different setup. They got their own setup. The teams work together fearlessly in long hours, and wow. Hunter into the wall like Dale Earnhardt at Daytona. I mean, that was hard, and that will bring out a caution without a doubt. See if we can find out where and what. Let's slow it down. Maybe I'll get a better picture here, perhaps. And I think we're going to possibly we'll see right here. See how hard it is when you're pushing somebody? I mean, you don't know what that guy in front's going to do when you meet up to his bumper. You just hope he holds it straight. And he just scraped it just enough right there. And that's what happens. It sends you flying. And then a whole bunch of fellers are into this one. But we'll bring it back. We'll ride along. Give you a look here. Anthony English's view. And there he goes, right into the wall right now. Motor blown. You can see one of those guys smoking like crazy. That motor is blown. He's in and getting some work done. Now, I don't know if he was towed in or not. I'm not sure. But Jimmy Crow sitting here. Getting a little bit of damage repaired on that ride. Saving his fast repair. Smart move. All these cats are coming in right here. Pit lane is busy. Mark Mann's going to lead him out. BK Anderson. Scrubbing Bubbles Machine will be second. Noah Cowers is third. Tracy Weaver fourth. Mr. Gabe Butler fifth. Seth Groover sixth. Mike Rimkus seventh. Patrick Groover eighth. Kevin Freese 9. And JD Crow 10. Keep on looking and going through here. The only one that's out tonight of the race, I didn't even know he was even out. And that will be the 048 machine, Andrew Schroeder, out of the race. He might have got caught up in an incident. Something may have happened, perhaps. I don't want to assume, but I do know for a fact he's not in here tonight. He's gone. Mark Mann. What can we say about him? Last season's champion. Now that guy right there, William McKellar, I believe, he did not. He's the only one out of the entire field that did not come into the pits. And he's one lap down. And the rest of these cats are coming in. So hopefully, some of these guys, one of them will get their lap back anyway. But everybody's come in, again, to top off. Some of these guys have stayed out just 2 laps. They're getting a teaspoon of fuel, all they can get in their trucks, in case it happens to be a fuel mileage ride. Lights out on that pace car, or whatever you want to call that thing. Anderson's on the bottom. The 15, Noel, is up top. And take a look at this. Your pushers? Oh, sure. Seth Groover and Patrick Groover. Gee, I wonder what the chances of those two hooking up on the top side and going around them, or at least trying to. I think that's extremely plausible. BK doing a great job tonight, I will say that. He's only led 7 laps, and man, he has been up here all evening long for the last 57 laps, doing well. Here's summary again real quick before we go back to green flagging. 22 laps to go. This is when it's going to get good. About another 10 laps. 17 lead changes, only 3 cautions. And look at him. I'm going to say it, Mr. Nagels. I have to say it. He'll probably kill me when he wants to broadcast, but I swear tonight, Cody Nagels is going to be the hemorrhoid. That's right. He's like a hemorrhoid. He does not go away. He can mow the lawn, do whatever he wants, but he doesn't go away. He's right back in it up here. Green flag, and away we go. Groover shoves the 15, Noel Cowers right up there in front, drops him down right in front of BK, but take a look at that top line right here. They have got momentum, baby. Patrick Groover, he's going to be able to clear him if he drops down. Does he stay with Nagels or will he drop? And Nagels is between the two brothers. Look who's coming to play up on the top line. Uh-huh. That's right. Kevin French Fry Freese, and he is bringing Mr. Dean Wilkinson in tow with him. Whoa, the 14 up against the wall, still up against the wall. Looks like the two teammates are going to hit, and that is going to bring out a caution, I believe. Oh, yeah. We have carnage. Paul Witt's involved. That'll be caution number 3. And I'm not quite sure where, what, when, or who, but we're going to look for it. See if I can get a good view right here off the 90. Mr. Jenkins. Take a look at it right here. Let's kind of see it. You see him hit the wall up there. And then it's almost 4 wide looking. And they had to, oh, there it is. They touch a little bit right there, the teammates do, and that's not good. And hey, look at that. And just like that, we went blank. So we're not going to be able to see that whole entire replay for some reason. But anyway, it all started when one of them hit the wall and come down and hit the teammate. Some unhappy campers there. Now, what I was wanting to do, because it's fun. How about you, Cody, Bobby in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Just to let you know right off the bat, before your dad tells you, or perhaps before you watch the broadcast, I had to nickname you tonight the Hemorrhoid.
Because I won't go away?
You won't go away. Somebody on here said, man, look at him mow the lawn. He's a lawnmower. You've been everything tonight, but you know what? You're digging, and here you are. So you're my Hemorrhoid tonight, pal.
Yep, it's a good reputation to have, I guess.
Well, you know, I personally, I wouldn't complain.
No, that's one thing I pride myself on, is being versatile and be able to be a pusher at times, leader at times, and just whatever I need to be on the track, as long as I'm not the wrecker.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've had a rough way to go at it tonight, without a doubt. Now, you're running on borrowed time with 18 laps to go. And what I mean by that, folks, is he's already used 2 of his fast repairs. He's done. So he's got to try to play smart and play fast and play quick all at the same time. We're going to be watching you, Cody. Good luck.
Thank you, Bobby.
Now let me get you back to the boys.
Sir.
Patrick Groover. He's going to be leading them down. Kevin Freese. He's going to be probably either up top or on the bottom. I don't know. But anyway, they're going to be right there 1 and 2. I think he's going to be on the top, and he is. Seth Groover, Cody Nagels is going to be your pushers. Mr. Dean Wilkinson right here in the 5th spot. Noel Cowers 6th. Mark Mann 7th. BK Anderson 8th. 9th. Tracy Weaver. Steve Hoppett. Haven't heard anything from him tonight. Been all quiet. 19th to 10th. We did see Paul Witt get caught up in that last incident. He had to use 1 fast repair at some point, I see. But there he sets in the 14th spot. Way back in the back. 23, Sebastian Marin, setting in the 20th position. Keep right on going a little more. Jimmy Crow right here in the 28th position. Gary Jenkins, 29th. Eric Lowry, 30th. Paul Sheldon, 31. Anthony English, 32. A lot of big hitters way back in the back, still waiting. 18 laps to go, trying to time things out. Do they know something we don't know? Could there be a storm brewing up front again? Mama's already dropped the kid twice out of the rocking chair up here. I don't know about them guys, but it would make me nervous. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. If not, well, drink another one, you will. $18 laps to go. Super Speedway Kings gonna try to wrap things up right here. 17 to go. I'm sorry. MaxspeedTV, subscribe to us. We're really close. We're almost at that 9,000 mark for subscribers. It is the oldest and the first broadcasting network on iRacing when it first came out. Not me, I'm not that old. I'd probably pull my hair out if I'd been broadcasting that long. There could be signs of retirement here in the future for me. But anyway, as of right now, almost 9,000 subscribers. So subscribe to those guys. I believe it's the most in iRacing broadcasting, I believe. Brewer on the bottom. Kevin, French fry freeze up top. 17 laps to go. At some point, probably the friendship, you got to throw it out the window right along with the patience and everything else you can think of. They got a little ways to go for that yet. They're going to try to position themselves. And they're also going to try to stick it where it won't fit. Put it where it don't belong. Because time is winding down. Laps is definitely winding down. And then your patience is winding down and so on. You get the hint. Kevin said, good call, Hemorrhoid, because he is a pain in my butt. All right, Kevin, me and you are on the same page then. Got it. 17 to go, Super Speedway Kings. Don't forget they're on Friday nights as well. That's the fun one. Every one of these boys think they can still win this race. And that's what makes them so good. Because they don't give up. I don't care where they're at on the track with how many laps left. Green flag, here we go. Gee. Boy, did I get lucky or what? I must be the luckiest broadcaster in the world. The two Groover brothers together down on the bottom. What a great guess on my part, huh? Freeze, right here. Something's trying to go. BK hanging right there with these guys. You can see some of them trying here. Make a third line. And here they come. The 41 being pushed by Gabe Butler. That's Tracy Weaver and the boys making a third line. And there's quite a bit of trucks on that third line too. Paul Witt's gonna jump right out there with them. Nagel's thought about it for a second. Oh, we got trouble back in the back. Gotta bring out a caution. Somebody's flying around. Try to see this real quick. I'm going to stop it so I can get it set because, well, I'm just not that good. That's why. Take a look right here. There's where all the bumping started. that middle line checked up. And I don't know why, but it checked up right now. Take a look right here, right there with Jimmy Crow. They got a little loose up front. That's what happened, I do believe. They started up front just a little bit and got loose. So that line had to check up big time. You can see it right up here. It starts right up here. You see the 72, he coming right up on BK. BK checked up a little bit, had to. And he kind of hit him. And when he did that, that's when all these cats checked up big time right there. And they all just bounce into each other like an accordion. And unfortunately, the Banana Republic himself, Sebastian Marin, minding his own business, he gets walloped. As the 171, Robert Rock gets another shot into him. Giovanni gets into the side of him. "14 laps to go. And this is interesting. I'm thinking, I gotta take my shoes off to count. Man, are they going to be close on fuel. I mean, real close. Might make a few guys kind of nervous. Now, the one I know for a fact has enough fuel is all the way back into the 9th spot, and that would be Mr. J.D. Crow. But all these other cats, it's going to be pretty darn close. As you can see, Mark Mann taking the shortest route around here, way down on the bottom. Mara, apologize. I just saw your post finally for the first time, believe it or not. Nice to see you out here. Or Mara, however you pronounce it. That is the truck owner of last season's champion, Mark Mann. Normally about this time, she's got everything crossed that she possibly can have for her driver. One of these days, you're going to have to send us a picture. Eyes crossed, legs crossed, arms crossed, toes crossed, fingers crossed. Boy, wouldn't you be a sight to see, huh? "13 laps to go. And these cats are thinking that they're going to have enough because there's not a one that has took the bait to go in yet. We're watching. Some of the guys back here in the back, will they? Nope. They're just going to take the low road to save a little fuel, I think. Mr. Groover inside that ugly pace car. That's right, folks. He's literally inside the pace car. I wouldn't lie to you. Doing a pretty good job of it, too, might I say. Right now, when the green flag drops, that's when things start to get a little bit, how can I say it? A little nerve-wracking, perhaps. You don't exactly have the sweaty palms yet as a driver, but you do notice that things are starting to get a little, you're starting to perspire just a tad. That's when the guys are going to start getting set up to try to make some moves. You get 5 to go, then you get the sweaty palms. You get about 3 or 2 to go, you're in a flat-out cold sweat. Groovers on the bottom. Both of them. Kevin Freese up top. Nagels will be the pusher. The veteran Dean Wilkinson right there as well behind the Groovers, and the 429, another veteran, Mr. Paul Witt. He will be there behind Mr. Nagels. Of course, Mark Mann's right in there too. Noah Cowers, J.D. Crow, B.K. Anderson, that's top 10. Gag me with a pitchfork and choke me with a shovel. Right now, it's about to get down and dirty. Super Speedway Kings, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the freaking hobbies. Why freaking? Because that's what my wife said. I have too many, so I'm going to have to let a few go here, perhaps. But not tonight. The Groovers, now they're in the middle. And he has got his brother locked on, baby. And here comes the rest of the guys in the middle. Are they going to set right there, or will they drop down? No, they won't, because Mark Mann has got to close that opportunity off on the bottom, because he has got his nose buried right there at Dean Wilkinson's bumper. Up top, Paul Witt pushing Cody Nagels. Wilkinson in the rocket chair on the bottom. Mark Mann doing a heck of a job pushing, not allowing those guys to drop down in the rocket chair in front of him. Not gonna cap, not now. J.D. Crow right there with him. Now's when you're gonna start seeing some of these guys working their way up front. Going way up high to get something going. Here he comes, Gabe Butler, the snake. I think Giovanni back here is blinking. He might be backing out, getting out of the way. Nagels is in the middle with the Groover brothers behind him. Wilkinson in the half Van Halen machine down on the bottom for TW Motorsports. Up here doing it. Here comes that top line, Paul Witt. Nose to tail, first 15 trucks. Three wide. Riding on the roof, B.K. Anderson. Watch how these trucks jump and bounce around. That air gets nasty when you're this tight, this close. It is a handful for these guys. Wilkinson gets a little squirrely up there. They had to back up a little bit. You watch these guys bail down here on the bottom. It checked up quick. So they bail, so there's no caution involved. I don't know if Dean was just low on the track, or perhaps Mr. Mann might have really been giving him some good pushing. Perhaps a little too good, maybe. I don't know. Bagel still in the middle with the Groover brothers behind him. I can assure you here in about another 4 laps, all these guys up front is going to be looking out the rear view, driving out the rear view window more than they are the windshield. I'll get it right in a minute. Perhaps. This is when things start to get a little nerve-wracking. Gotta go 6 to go at the line. You're stuck in the middle. Nowhere to go. Frustration sets in. You got a little voice in the side of your head saying, you can make that. You can make something happen. You can do it. And that's when things start to get, well, it turns from bad to worse. Listen to that little voice in your head. I've seen these races where the first 5 guys take each other out. 6, 7, and 8 battle for the win. Whoa, trouble up front right there. Nagels is sideways, but he gathers it up. Wilkinson gets hit in the side, and he gathers it up. Now that is a butt pucker factor of 10. Not a caution to be found. What a save by all those drivers. Now they got to gather their thoughts. Get back up on it. Stand on it. 4 to go this time. Groover's up top. Paul Witt down at the bottom. Four to go this time. This is when the excitement comes in. Now you've got sweaty palms. Perhaps maybe perspiration running down your face like you just got out of a swimming pool. Your heart's starting to beat a lot faster in your chest. Pulse rate screaming. Making moves you normally would not make, but you got no choice. You got to make something happen. You got to do it. Weaver in the bottom. Nagels is in the middle. Gabe Butler on the bottom, pushing the 41 of Tracy Weaver. Kevin Freese doing the pushing in the middle. Seth Grover doing the pushing up top. 2 to go at the line. Sebastian Marin bails out. Now, he may know something that I don't know. I think he's feeling it, and he ain't liking it. They're bouncing. They're hitting each other back here already. They've gathered it up so far. This is when it gets really nuts. Almost guaranteed you're going to see 1 caution or 2 right here. 2 to go. You're JD Crow. You're in the middle. You can't go anywhere. You're not a happy camper. You know time's running out. Laps are winding down. You've got to try to do something. Nagels, he can smell it. Could he get his first victory of the broadcasted race? Whoa, he is really being pushed by the 25 of Freese. He is standing on that wheel. And at this point, going to be 1 to go. You do not let up off that accelerator, period. Something's going to blow. Oh, we got a little wreckage going on back here. Oh, yeah, that's going to bring it out. Wow, the 11 goes up and over. We got a lot of cats involved in this one. This is going to be one of the big ones. Well, let's slow it down, and I have no clue where we want to look at. I don't. So let's take a peek right in here. A lot of checking up going on right there. A lot. We'll watch it right here. Get behind the 11. Maybe that will help us. I don't know. But it all started with the checkups. And I think they had to check up. We'll watch it slow. Yeah, they checked up right there in the middle. And when you check up, you better watch your rearview mirror. You can see nothing I don't think JD was going to be able to do. You can see the checkup going on. We'll watch it closer. They checked up, and JD just touching Kevin Freese right here, just enough to kind of get him to go down, but that wasn't the problem. The 11 could not check up with the momentum. Hits JD. JD hits Kevin Freese. Well, he's going to turn him a little sideways here. Watch him try to hang on to that, huh? And does a pretty darn good job, but then the 11 gets drilled in the back, and that's where that all begins. But watch the 25 of Freese. He is every which way but loose. And then he's going to get drilled. The 11 goes up and almost completely over. A lot of damaged trucks right there. Watch these guys way back in the back. They're almost stopped. So, let me see. How about this? Dude wipes for everybody. That's how generous I am tonight. Dude wipes for the driver who's got more skid marks in his shorts due to an accident than the track has. Freese blew his engine, they're telling me. That explains for the checkup. Remember I said about 2 to go, you keep in it, you don't let up? Kevin did exactly what he was supposed to do. Let me see here. We got plenty of time. Let's ride in here with him. See if you can hear it blow. There it was. Kaboom. You heard it. And that's what started that mess. The 11 almost went up to meet Jesus there, it looked like. But yes, you are absolutely correct. Kevin French Fry. Freese blows his motor up doing the pushing, doing exactly what he is supposed to do when you're the pusher with only 2 to go or 1 to go. Again, here's where it's going to get interesting. Remember I told you about the middle or the beginning? I think the beginning during the grid. Gabe Butler in the 88 machine. He's currently second. Normally he has his paint job that's got a big giant snake's head with his mouth wide open on the hood. He did that because I nicknamed him the Snake, because he's up there and he'll bite you and you don't even realize it till it's too late. But here he sets in second. Nagels is going to be third. Paul Witt fourth. Patrick Gruber fifth. Lauerkauer is sixth. Seth Gruber seventh. Dean Wilkinson eighth. Daniel Lewis ninth. Sean Stevens 10th. Just on the outside, J.D. Crow, Andy Brigante, Sebastian Marin. And you're right. That's exactly what happened, Kevin. Kaboomy. But when you got 2 to go, you don't let up. You stay in it. That's the luck of the draw. Sometimes you'll blow them up, sometimes you don't. Tracy Weaver right now setting pretty. Now here's the thing. Right now, it all depends on your pusher who's going to get that great start. So Nagels is going to have a little bit on him down here, a little pressure down here, the number 6 in the bottom, and so will the 429 of Mr. Paul Witt. If you time it right, you've got it made. Now, Cody here, he's, like I said, long into this race. He's on borrowed time. He's used all of his fast repairs. Tracy Weaver up here, he's on borrowed time. Now, what's really scary is when you're Paul Witt right now, and the guy up here in the front row, you got to push, is disappearing like that. That's not good. That's good for Tracy Weaver down here, but not for that top line. We'll see how it works out. And away we go. On the bottom, Nagels. The guys ain't caught up with him yet. That's going to be a problem because Paul Witt's going to push the Gabe Butler right up there into the rocking chair. And Gabe is going to drop down if he doesn't disappear on us. The guys will be watching that. The admin will very closely. Paul says, you're scaring me. I can't handle it. I'm going to go up top, try to get around you if you're going to disappear on me a little bit. Now we're going 3 wide. The 15 by himself, Noel Cowers. And it's going to get really ugly back here in the back, and somebody died. I don't know who it was, but they died. And we're back to caution again. This caution is brought to you by the New Testament. If you ain't got it, you better get it. Some of these guys, I think, met their maker in this wreck. 7 cautions. 27 lead changes. Let's go back and see if we can find this. I have no clue where to start. Let's try it back in this area right here. How's that? Where does it start at? Oh, the O2. I don't know. That might be a net code right here. Let me look and see. No, that's what it was. It looks like Brigante and JD Crow might have tangled just a little bit right there, and that set Brigante right up there into the O2 of Mr. Groover, and he is sideways, and he is coming to connect. And he does. JD's going to come down, and man, he just catches the 044. Sebastian Marin standing on the brakes as hard as he can, but watch the 0-2 go for the ride here. I mean, he's going way up. The 411 doing the same thing. Mr. Witt, take a look at that, huh? Is that some camera action or what? Oh, yeah, still running around. Seth Groover. Oh, yeah. That'll make you dizzy, folks. I'm telling you. Take a look at it from a longer distance right here. He is end over end over end. Look like Rusty Wallace back in the day. And still going. Well, that was nasty, and I think Mr. Groover, without a shadow of a doubt, will get absolutely, for sure, the Dude Wiped award. Oh, my Lord. All right, let's ride with him. JD Crow gets it. We'll go back, blows his motor. Let's run back again. Get the right guy, Bobby, huh? That might be nice, wouldn't it? Let me find him. So many drivers. There he is. Watch this. Try not to get sick. Now that was the wreck, folks. Wow. As he gets towed back, his chances are done. Mr. Butler is going to lead him down. Paul Witt, second, third, Noel Cowers, fourth, Tracy Weaver. Dean Wilkinson, sixth is going to be Sean Stevens, Sebastian Marin, seventh. Andy Brigante, eighth, ninth, Robert Jordan, 10th. Todd Siebels. Rock is 11th. BK Anderson, 12th. Mark Mann, 13th. And Mr. Nagels, way back here in the 19th spot. And Seth, still in the pits. This is going to be it right here, I do believe. One more shot at it. Anthony English went for a heck of a ride as well back here. He's going to be one lap down. 22 trucks on the lead lap. Now, the sad part is Seth's going to be a lap down, still in the pits. His day is over with. His twin brother is going to be back in his 17th position. Patrick Gruber by himself. The snake is on the bottom. Mr. Witt up top. Your pushers, Cowers and Weaver. Mr. Quiet himself, Dean Wilkinson. TW Motorsports still has the Van Halen tailgate on the back. He said he put that on there and kept it for me because I like this truck so much. Plus, it's easier to pick him out in a crowd. Speaking of a crowd, things are about to tighten up right here. All right, here we go. Make sure your steering wheel's on. Make sure your seat belt 5-point harness is nice and tight. And if you got one of them in your rig, you're scrubbing your monkey because it's a simulator. And away we go right here. This is it. What's it gonna be? Whoa, trouble already way back into the back. And they're gonna caution that puppy again. For the love of God, I'm gonna have to order a pizza here with 2 laps to go. I'm not sure how many restarts they get. It felt like it's 10 of them. I see somebody going sideways. And I'm not sure who that was. I really don't know yet because I can't see the dadgum number. So let me change things around here. Try it somewhere in this area. Maybe I can find out. Was it back here or was it further back? Oh, it was further back. There's where it's at. Let's watch it. Somebody, I think, by the way these guys are creeping up on him, I don't know. I'm going to bet and say Steve Hoppett possibly, maybe, may have missed a gear. But man, watch the 01 Groover. He just smashes his way up in there. And I think that's what's happened, or he's running on so many cylinders. I'm not sure, but the 71 tags him, and he tags the 14, and that's where that all began. But something happened, and I don't know if we can ride with him and hear it or not. We might be able to. We'll try it. Oh, that's what it was. I think he tried to do the money shift, and he was a little late going into second, and they ran him over. I do believe that's what happened. I could be wrong. That is my assumption. But the game is, or I'm sorry, whoa, I'll get bounty on my head if I say that. The simulation race is going to be over with what I'm looking at right here. The checker flag is going to be out, and it will be the 15, it's telling me. We'll wait for the scoring. No, it's not. It will be Mr. Gabe Butler. The Snake himself. He's done it. Paul Witt will be second. Noel Cowers third. Tracy Weaver fourth. Fifth, Dean Wilkinson. Sean Stevens sixth. Seventh, Sebastian Marin. Eighth, Brigante. Robert Jordan ninth. 10th, Robert Rock. Here goes your race winner, the 88, the Snake himself, Mr. Gabe Butler. He should have enough fuel, I think, to do a burnout. As he brings it around. Super Speedway Kings winner tonight, Mr. Gabe Butler himself. Started fourth, led 7 laps. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. We're going to have a chat with Mr. Butler, Paul Witt, and hopefully Noel Cowers. Maybe I'll learn how to spell his or say his last name. Who knows? Probably not. You guys stick around. We're going to be right back. We'll chat with him. MaxspeedTV Super Speedway Kings, Tuesday night.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
There you see it. The caution is out. MaxspeedTV Instant Replay. Real quick, I'll give it to you. What do we got? We only had 8 cautions tonight. 30 lead changes. That's pretty impressive. We'll get that out of the way. Third place, talk to me, Noel.
Just tried to keep fuel in it and tried to stay out of trouble there. I thought I was going to run out.
I thought you did a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, for inquiring minds, especially mine, how in God's name do you pronounce your last name?
Just like the beer, Coors.
Oh, I was calling you Cowers. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
If I had $1 for every time somebody called me Noel Cowers, I'd be a rich man, bud.
All right. Well, I guess I'll add to that money thing there, I suppose. You started 23rd, you finished 3rd. Good job, especially with these guys. Getting some points, that's pretty cool. But you were doing a great job there. I mean, battling on the top, on the bottom, in the middle. It's kind of all over the place. But it looked like you were having fun out there.
Yeah, we had a good time. I just tried to keep track position. That's kind of what got us in the fuel predicament there at the end. But me and Paul, a couple other guys, Cody, were kind of trying to stay nose to tail there a little bit till we got, down to under 5 to go and let her eat. But then the cautions come out and stuff. So barely made it on fuel, but come out 3rd. Appreciate it. And good win to Gabe. Good run, Paul. And appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we had a few cautions out here, especially towards the end. I'm pretty sure the league owner, Mr. Jimmy Crow, has probably already popped the cork off the bottle of the wild turkey, and he's probably lit, and his eyes is probably red as fire. But anyway, who do you want to thank for? I'll let you get out of here, pal.
I'd like to thank Jimmy Crow for hosting the races and everybody that helped me draft tonight, Paul and Cody and BK and them guys let me run with them tonight. And of course, Old Fart Sim Racing. That's about it. Thanks.
Hey, no problem. You take care of yourself. We'll catch you. You going to be around with us on Friday night?
Probably not. That's the problem. I'm kind of starting camping season and stuff, so I spend a lot of time
well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to be camping Friday night and you're not going to race with us, then you hop on the old YouTube and you give me a little shout out here in the YouTube chat Friday night.
You got it, buddy. Appreciate you.
You take care of yourself, my friend.
Thank
Have
you.
a safe week. We'll see you.
See you, bud.
Next up, Mr. Paul Witt. Paul, I want to start screaming at the top of my lungs at you because you're used to it from the last broadcaster, apparently. But I'm not going to do that to you tonight, Paul. 18th, you finished 2nd, doing a whole lot of pushing tonight up there, battling around the front. I think you had a lot of fun.
Dude, I had a blast. I mean, I really had a blast. I mean, I had to come up through the field 3 times. But it was a blast. Gabe was pushing me on that outside. Got to thank him, man. He was a lot of help on that outside line. We were really rocking. But yeah, just real short on fuel. I'm glad that caution came out.
Yeah, I hear you. I think everybody was pretty close on fuel, but the snake himself, he had enough to do a burnout, I think, pretty much around the whole entire track.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had that. I don't even think I would have made the finish line if it would have stayed green. I had point 0.3 left in the gallons.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, pal. You hit the podium again one of these races, either Tuesdays or Fridays. I'll give you my Sam Kinison version. How's that?
All right.
All right, you take care, but tell me, who all you want to thank before I let you get out of here?
Well, I gotta say thanks to my mom and dad. They're out there watching.
Hey,
Our
Mom.
brothers.
Hey, Dad. How you doing?
I even got some brothers watching.
Oh, hey, brothers. How you doing?
Got to thank my wife for letting me come down here and doing this and having all this fun without her. You know, Jimmy Crow and you and you know, all the teammates that I was running with Noel and Cody and BK and everybody. So yeah, had a blast tonight.
You make sure you tell your family that I apologize. I was right in the middle of a tornado warning, and I did not think I was even going to make the race tonight. Otherwise, I'd have had the cameras up. They could have seen you in your disco room.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Could have been doing I've been doing dancing all night long.
I hear you. I drove through one tornado and got home and turned around, had another one, and had to go up to the fire station, set the fire truck, and look silly in the end of the county there, and made it back here with about 5 minutes to spare, I think, so I was able to get it broadcasted for you guys. But I promise, family, check us out Friday night when he comes out to play with us. I'll have his pretty little picture right here on the broadcast. How's that?
All right, Bobby.
You take care of yourself. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, man. You too. Thanks.
Alrighty.
Have a good night.
Oh, man. Winner, chicken dinner. I don't know. I don't know if he likes me to call him the snake or not, but I gave him that about a year and a half ago or so. And the reason why I called him the snake, folks, is plain and simple. Because he's all quiet. He's way back there in the grass, hiding, watching over everything. And before you know it, when the time comes, he's got you bit. He's done gone by you. See you, bye, touch 'em all. And that is Gabe Butler. Man, you did it again, pal. I don't know how you did it, but you did it again.
More luck than anything else. I mean, I hate that it finishes under caution instead of having to race it out. But, I mean, I guess it is what it is. It just, you know, kind of a lot of mistakes by people tonight. Bit more than normal here, but, you know, compared to last week's race. But other than that, I mean, I enjoyed it. Had a blast, and I don't mind being called a snake.
Well, good. I hope you don't, because I'm telling you, man, you kind of, I'm going to tell my freaking age here, and I hate to do that. Remember Don the Snake Perdome in drag racing?
I sure do.
Yeah, buddy. And that's how I gave you that nickname, the Snake, because, man, he was the same way. Congratulations, buddy. Awesome job again, going for that championship again. I told everybody once, you've got more championships under your belt than I've got underwear in my top drawer. So congratulations. Who do you want to thank before I let you get out of here?
I thank my boot knocker boys for running again. They all kind of had different varying degrees of luck tonight, but hopefully they'll bounce back next week. Of course, Jimmy for putting this on and drinking all my Jameson that he has. And, of course, yourself there for doing a #1 job in the broadcast booth, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. After the night I had last night, I'll take any compliment. I got to tell you, though, it's kind of funny. What do you think the chances are of Jimmy probably down to half a bottle of wild turkey already with those late cautions?
That's enough to drive anybody to drink, man. So
yes, it is.
You know, it's just a shame. Just we got to do a better job as drivers, man. And take some of the stress off that poor man.
Well, I got to tell you know what? I kind of like it. Like I told everybody, lap 10, your hands start to perspire a little bit. Right around lap 5, all the way to the finish, you're sweating. Before you know it, it's like you just walked out of the swimming pool. You're soaking wet. Your heart's pounding. You stick it where it don't belong, or you stick it where it can't fit. You do whatever you can do. And that's the cool thing about it here at the Super Speedway boys. And you come out the victor tonight, pal. Good job. Take care. Be safe, and I hope I see you Friday night on the Friday Night Fights.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
All right. See ya. We got through it, folks. Nobody died, I don't think. Although I do think a couple guys went high enough, they may have seen little parts of heaven. I'd like to thank everybody who was out watching and hanging with us tonight. Your winner, Gabe Butler, Super Speedway Kings. Friday will be the Super Speedway Kings Friday Night Fights. You don't want to miss it. I hear they got a great broadcaster. Haha, right. Thanks everybody out here that hung out with me. I appreciate it out on YouTube. You guys all be safe. Take care. Have a safe work week, and we'll see you Friday night, I'm out of here.